What are we listening to today?
The Immigrant Project by Girish and Astha.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Immigrant Project. Today we have Marc Freiha with us. Marc works at Thomson Reuters. He's the lead UX designer, and Marc is an immigrant from Lebanon. Marc came here with his wife, and today we are here to talk about Marc's journey. Welcome to the show, Marc.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for taking out the time on a busy Friday. I know you mentioned it was busier than usual Friday. You wrapped up your work and
Yeah.
it's about 7 p.m. right now.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mark, okay. So this is the question we ask all the guests who come on the show. What made you decide to move to Canada?
So at first, I was thinking like everything was working fine in Lebanon for me to a certain point, and then at one point in my life, before I reached 30, I thought that I wanna move somewhere where what it would like everything. I wanna see somewhere. I wanna live in somewhere where everything is different
Mm.
and experience that. At that time, like a lot of my friends were moving to Europe, to the UAE, to the Gulf region in the Middle East. And yeah, I felt it was a great idea to just like, I thought about Canada because it's very multicultural. There's a lot of immigrant. It's an immigrant
It's a
country,
vegan country, yeah.
so I wanted to have this experience, and especially like I didn't want the cold, but I mean at first it was it was a hard choice. The being very far away from home and the cold was something that I was willing to experience. So yeah, Canada had a lot of options for to get a PR, and it was easy. So I decided why not started working on that in 2018.
Mm.
uh, at that time, I wasn't very serious, but in 2020, there was an explosion in Beirut, which
Oh,
like destroyed our house. And
oh
then
no.
after that, I was like, okay, probably I should be way more serious about immigrating. So yeah, I took the leap, and that's here I am. I've been here 3 years now.
I'm so sorry that happened to your house. I know it must be difficult for
Yeah,
you and your family.
it was we're okay. Like everyone was okay from thankfully from my family, but a lot of people lost their lives, lost their loved ones, and yeah, I mean, it's life.
Life goes on, right?
Yeah,
Life goes on. So you said that in 2020, after the incident that happened, you made a conscious effort to apply to Canada. So you came here as a PR. You
yeah,
applied, put in your application, and would you say that it would be common in Lebanon for people to go out, explore countries outside? Because you
yeah.
said your friends are moving to other countries, Europe, Canada.
So in Lebanon, I guess the whole country lives through its immigrants. Like there's a lot of immigration happening,
with within Lebanon.
uh, like from like people from Lebanon immigrating to Brazil, to like
Okay.
historically to Brazil, to Canada, to anywhere in the world. Like there are immigrants outside of Lebanon more than there are inside of Lebanon.
Oh.
People living inside of Lebanon. So um, yeah, we there's a lot of immigration kind of culture, like a lot of people immigrating, and it's like when you immigrate, you have that idea that you made it in life, you're out, and then you miss your country like as hell. So yeah, I would say that it's very common.
It's very good. And how was it easy for you to convince your wife to move?
So at that point, I wasn't married. I wasn't actually dating my wife.
Oh,
So I met my wife through immigration. Like she had
oh,
questions on the immigration process, and then she asked someone for help, and then
hmm.
that someone gave her my number because I was applying also. So we met, and then 2 years later we started dating, and then the whole papers and PR thing was just happening, so it felt right, and we were together, and then we immigrated together, and then we got married.
That is so sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, what a nice story.
Yeah, thank
I'm
you.
glad we got this out of this. So yeah, okay. Fast forward to 2025. I know you have been living in Canada for a few years now,
Yeah.
and you mentioned that you miss Lebanon home a lot.
Mm,
This is a two-part question. First, how frequently would you say that you visit Lebanon? And second, has Canada made you feel like home?
mm. So, wow, that's thank you for this question because like there's a lot of conflict inside of someone who's immigrating because Canada indeed feels like home.
Hmm.
But I wouldn't miss like a year without visiting Lebanon.
Oh, okay.
I would go to Lebanon, like I would spend a month or two. Like last year, I went 2 months because I got married.
Once a year.
Yeah, every year. So I would make a budget to visit. I would make it a point to visit.
Ah.
And through this journey, like I would also visit other countries
Oh.
uh, through my layovers. So
Yeah.
um, I would say so once a year. And then I would miss Canada. So I would go back because like here you have like more, it's more calm, and then you have a life now, you have your work, your friends, your job. So yeah, it's it's like a dilemma in your head. You would always miss your home, and then you go back, and then you're stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, Mark, we have interviewed a lot of Indians, Pakistanis, Asians, Chinese folks. I mean, of course, Lebanese are also Asian. But my point is, whenever we have asked this question, what is the fundamental difference between their country and Canada? They say that job is different, people are different, and the overall lifestyle, there has
Mm,
been a huge upgrade.
yeah.
And now, for a Lebanese man, how or what would you say would be the biggest difference?
Yeah. So I would say that in Canada, the biggest difference is the pace of life. Like
Okay.
everything is so fast,
Hmm.
yet in
Here
my
it's very fast.
here is very fast. Like it's different at work. Like you have 2 points here. You have your work life and your life
Like,
outside of
yes.
work. So I would say life is very fast here, but work is slow. And in Lebanon, work is fast and life is slow.
Oh, okay.
So you would enjoy like your friends, your family, and then you that would make you feel like you're going slower. And then
Hmm.
your work is super fast, like everyone wants everything yesterday. And here we have like more slack. Like you can't you we need something. Let's have it done in Q3. And like that's probably not true for everyone because I
Yeah.
work in a big corporation, and I haven't experienced other jobs.
Yeah.
But that's my experience in my company. Like it differs from one person to another.
I'm
Um,
sure your company wants a good balance, work-life balance as
yeah,
well.
yeah. My company like values a lot work-life balance. Like is as a top priority for to serve its employees. I would say.
Wow. And Mark, I know you were doing research and then Crystal joined you. You guys were doing a joint research and then you decided to move to Canada.
Yeah.
Moving doesn't come with its own challenges. I mean, it does come with its own challenges. What challenges did you face?
So at first we felt we were together, but we were alone.
Yeah.
So that's the first challenge. We had our like there's a period where you have a honeymoon phase,
Yeah.
which is for me it was like the first 5 6 months, and then you would understand that you're not coming back.
Mm.
Like this is your life. You're starting to build here,
Yeah.
and that I would say that was the most difficult. At first, it feels like you're visiting a new place,
Yeah.
and then like few months down the line you start noticing that I'm not coming back. So you start missing the people, you start missing the places, the food, and everything. So that I would say was the hardest thing. You meet a lot of people, you meet a lot of Lebanese, for example, if I want to meet people from my community, but you start later on noticing that you don't click with everyone.
Oh.
So you start like filtering out people.
Even from
And
people in from your
yeah, I
country.
mean, I would the first thing that I wanted here was to have like a multicultural experience. So I wanted people and friends from all over. So I started joining running clubs, Toastmasters, and um, a lot of different activities to just know what I like more, what kind of people, and so on. And through that, also I went to, for example, here you go to whatever your religion is, you go to the church, you go to the mosque, or whatever. So you try to build the community, you try to build your network.
Yeah.
So that was, I would say, like the hardest thing was building a network,
Mm.
because I have the people that I know in Lebanon. I have a huge network, and then I'm like, let's forget all about this and then start to build
Start fresh.
something new in another part of the world.
Wow. And how was job hunting for you? I know moving to a different country, you not know whether you would find a job or not. Was it difficult, easy? How was it?
Yeah, for me, so I came here with a job. It was a contractual job. So
Okay.
I'm like, it was a remote job.
Okay.
And I was waking up at night and,
Oh, you're working at
yeah,
11
working
hours.
11 hours. And then I thought that I should start working here to build the connection, to
Yeah.
build knowledge in the market. And I also felt like the market was shifting towards being like very hard. So as soon as back then I was very lucky in 2022 that the market was open to recruitment. There was a lot of recruitment, especially in tech. And because I work in tech,
Yeah.
it was very easy for me at first to find a job.
In
I just,
Canada.
yeah, I just put on LinkedIn that I was in Canada, and recruiters started
Wow.
connecting to me. Now it's a whole different experience. Like now, it's very hard. It's super hard to find a job, and I would consider like I'm very lucky that I have a job, at least, because I talk to a lot of people on a daily basis, people who are searching, who are in the market. They're telling me horrible stories about finding a job. And yeah, I mean, now it's a lot of, um, yeah, like what I said about networking, it's a lot of networking, double the amount
Hmm.
to be able to find a job. And
Wow.
throwing your CV is just like buying a lottery ticket.
I
It's very
know.
hard.
I know. I mean, impossible number of people apply for jobs and then they all they face is
Yeah,
rejections. We have had a few guests. They spoke about networking
yeah,
being number one factor in helping them get a job.
yeah.
Our Bean was talking about it.
Exactly. Like network, like you would have to go to any event, all events that you think you might find a person who you would click with to get a referral. That's like the first step. Get a referral, and then maybe get an interview, and then good luck with that. And especially like for permanent roles, and like if you want a permanent role, not a contract role, and a big company,
Yeah,
which is ideal in Canada, in Toronto.
yeah, and yeah.
Yeah.
And there is certain job security as well if
Yeah.
you join a big company.
With the benefits and all, like
But
it's what everybody wants. And after the pandemic, there was just this whole fluctuation with the market and all. And yeah, that was hard.
okay, we have heard good things about Canada from you, Mark.
Yeah.
But is there anything that you probably don't like or not happy with in this country?
So I would say like the worst part is the cold, but not the cold. Actually, the cold is bearable with the jackets and like the whole infrastructure. But you would feel how winter, like it would just go forever.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop. That's like it's one of the kind of this cliche. Like I'm trying to find something that is personal for me that I didn't like. Um, for me, it's the time difference between my home country and like the people that I want to talk to. Like
Yeah.
most of my friends live in the UAE, for example. There's like, I think it's 9 hours of difference,
Yeah.
10 hours depending on the time of the year. And yeah, I just hate that I can't just call my friends. And after 5 p.m., You're just you and your friends here.
Yeah,
You can't talk to your parents. You can't talk to anyone abroad.
I know. Time difference is always scary, Mark. I
Yeah,
mean, I have to wait for a certain hour to call my parents, and then I'll have to sleep.
exactly. Yeah, and with the job, and good luck talking to them midweek without without the weekends time.
Mm. Mark, was it difficult for you when you first landed here? I know you did your own research, but to get your first house and then apply for your first house, I mean, of course, you rented
Yeah.
your house, but how was the process like for you?
So I came in a very different, very difficult time for housing. Now I would say back then there was very few places to rent,
Oh,
especially
okay.
condos. So in my area, like you would at least count 20 buildings or something, and there were only like two condos or three condos in the week that I was searching for,
Oh,
unless I wanted to extend my Airbnb, pay more, and then wait for different opportunities.
yeah.
But whenever you find a place and you click with the area that you want, it was very difficult to find a place. You would just go into the condo, look for 5 minutes, and then there was a yes or a no, and then good luck with your landlord,
Yeah,
whatever that
application.
the application, and especially like proceeding with this, like the application was also like you needed to get at least 6 months. For me it
Hmm.
was 6 months of upfront payments.
Oh,
So
six
that
months
was by that time that's a huge amount of money, like
because
what,
there was a demand in the market.
13 to $15,000.
Okay.
Yeah, because no, like they want security that you're gonna pay. They don't trust, like people here, they don't trust you. Like you build trust over
Oh,
time.
damn.
If you're a new person, they just don't trust, even if you worked with big companies, you worked with trustworthy people, they just want money up front so that
Oh,
it's a guarantee that you're gonna pay like your whole year.
wow. So you paid 6 months in
Yeah,
advance and
man.
then got your first place.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming you didn't have any credits
I didn't have any
score
credit
to
score,
score
no.
as well.
I had a job, I had money in the bank, but that wasn't enough. That's the hardest thing when someone moves here.
And this is something that, not a lot of people tell you
Yeah,
when you move. You'll have to send out application. You'll have to probably give 6 months rent in
yeah.
advance.
And especially like it depends if you're renting an old apartment, a new condo, it depends. Like you're gonna have to weigh your options and see, like you will find options. It's just it depends on what you're willing to go for.
Uh, Mark, if there's one advice that you would want to share with immigrants who are planning to come to the country,
Yeah.
especially from Lebanon, what would you tell them? It can be students, it can be people like you, working professionals, it can be anyone.
Uh, it's one of the like it's the best decisions I've made in my life, I would say, and I am happy. But you would need to know that you're far away. You have time differences, and you need to do your research where you wanna settle down at first. And I would say like the most important thing is to go to every area that you would think is an option for you to settle in, and then test it in the morning, at night, go have a walk. But because that's the most important part, like choose the place where you want to live wisely, because during winter you're going to stay a lot at
Oh,
home.
yeah,
So
that's true.
that's one of the most important part. Do your research on housing, the most important part.
Oh, okay. We have time for one last question, Mark, and this might sound like an interview question. I mean, one that's probably asked during an interview. But what are your 5-year plans?
Where do you see? I was going to make that joke, but you answered the question.
Same question.
What's my 5 years plan?
Yeah,
I don't like, now this year I'm gonna get my citizenship, and
congratulations.
I'm very happy. I'm very excited. Um, so after that, I don't like. It's in between, like searching for a different area to live in, like maybe moving to a bigger house, or and starting to probably build a family. To, like
Hmm.
um, I'm I'm also like focusing more on doing things that I love.
Yeah.
I love my job. I love the things that I do, but like on hobbies, things like that I can do on the side. Um, so yeah, I'm focusing on the now because towards the 5 years. For now, I'm thinking if I wanna move outside of Toronto or like stay inside and move houses.
Yeah, for now, you're just trying to live the best life that you
Yeah,
possibly can.
yeah,
That's a really nice answer. Thank you so much, Mark,
of course.
for being on the show and sharing your insights with us.
It was lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.